So as I've said, my pupillage, my journey to pupillage and the whole pupillage process was extremely difficult, and at first I found it really, really hard. I did learn from my mistakes, however, because when I started, I was thinking to myself, right, the more applications I get in, the more chance I have of getting an interview, or the more chance I have of getting pupillage. So I made, 70 applications to all sorts of places, really, really quick applications, just having a quick look at their website, putting it in, and then just going. And I wasn't getting the interviews. And so when it came to my 4th year, so that was my final year, I thought to myself, clearly I'm doing something wrong here. So I decided to change my approach, and I decided to apply to fewer sets of chambers, but really, really work on my applications and spend a longer time on them so that the quality was much, much better and much more focused to the set that I was applying to. And so the way that I did this, I didn't just look at their website, I looked at other legal directories. So for example, Chambers and Partners is a very good source, the Legal 500. I also looked at their newsletters, recent cases they were involved in, whether they had made any contributions to the Bar Pro Bono unit, whether any of their barristers were members of the Bar Pro Bono unit. I think that the small pieces of information are things that other people might not have picked up on, or they might not have researched as well. And I think that they were one of the reasons why I was offered interviews at so many places, because I'd really thoroughly researched the set, and when they had a question for me in an interview, I knew the answer because I'd researched the set so well. I knew who the head of Chambers was, I knew what their policy was on taking on tenants, I knew exactly the areas of work that they did, I knew where their strengths were, and I knew how they were looking to expand and what they'd done to expand. And I think it's really important when you're making your applications, it's not just about you. It's not just because, oh, I think I'll fit in there, I think that I have, what it takes to become a member of the Chambers. Of course, all of that is really important. But what's also really important is the fact that you have to remember it's a business. Where are you going to fit into that business? How much do you know about that business? How are they expanding? What are they looking to do? What changes are they making, in response to the changes in legal aid, for example, in response to any other changes in the legal industry? It's really important to pick up on where they stand in the legal industry, what they're trying to achieve, and how you're going to fit in to their business model, if you like. So really I would recommend thoroughly researching your chambers and make sure there are absolutely no spelling mistakes in there. Make sure you get lots of people to read your applications. Get your mum, get your dad, get your cousins, get your teachers, get your colleagues, anybody. Get them to read the application with fresh eyes and ask them, does it flow? Does it read well? Does it look like I know enough about the chambers? And I can guarantee that if you did, say, the handful of applications where you really researched, where you looked into it and you spent a lot of time on them, as opposed to the 70 applications that you did where you didn't really spend enough time on them, you didn't really research properly, you're more likely to get the interviews for the 5 applications that you've done properly and get no interviews for the 70 that you've done sort of on a whim.